elicited some reactions, especially politically. Bring us up to date with that.
Yeah, so as you rightly said, DP Rigathi Gachagua felt it right to apologize to Ngina Kenyatta, the mother to the former President Uhuru Kenyatta, regarding the insults that were hurled in her name and in the name of her family during the campaigns leading to the 2022 elections. Of course, with elections and politics, there's a lot of name-calling, especially with political families. And he acknowledged Mama Ngina's status as a mother and, of course, seeking the need for unity and respect. But Kenyans online feel like this push was not from Gachagua himself. Remember, in the first few days of the administration of President William Ruto, Rigathi had maintained a firm stance against any kind of partnership between the former president and the opposition leader and President William Ruto. So these Kenyans feel, at least from the comments that I've seen online, Kenyans feel like this is a push maybe from President William Ruto or maybe from a faction of leaders from central Kenya who feel like it is now time to extend the olive branch. And we wait to see. Maybe something is in the works. You know, a day in politics is a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Of course, politics in Kenya gets interesting by the day.
Yeah.
But moving on now, another story that we've covered today is, of course, of DJ John Falme.
Yes.
And this is with regard to the death of a DCI officer. So DJ John Falme, together with 6 others, have been detained or are to be detained. And we've seen that story. What are Kenyans talking about this?
There's actually a lot of mixed reaction on this one. People are saying DJ John Falme is known to be one of the most calm people in the entertainment scene. Others feel, everybody has their jury out on this one, but they've now been detained for 14 days over the death of the DCI officer, Felix Kelian Kitosi. And the incident really, there was that video was circulating about the arrest of DJ John Falme, and there was a lot of names being thrown around, him asking for who's the senior officer here, can I see your boss? There's a lot of reaction on this one. But the Kenyan online community, especially his support base, his fan base rather, has been very supportive to him. And we wait for the outcome of that particular case. But as it stands, they've been detained for 14 days, even as police complete the investigations. And now it is apparent that the state is preferring murder charges, also it seems, and we really wait for the verdict on this one. Remember, it is coming in the wake of yet another ruling, the Joey and Jackie Maribe case.
Yeah.
Of course, Kenyans are likening it to that particular case, but we stay outside the precincts of court because we could easily get into sub judice with this one.
Yeah,
so we let people have their way online, but we'll be monitoring from the court and see what happens.
Right, of course. I think that's a story the country will be following indeed.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the last story. And this is with regard to the late Brian Chira and Aziad. Aziad and Brian, the late Brian, there was a bit of an altercation some other time.
Yes.
Just bring us up to date with the two, what is actually happening with that story at the moment? Actually,
Aziad had responded because people were asking, did you actually forgive Brian Chira for the defamation that you had claimed? She had actually pressed charges against Brian Chira, who had then reached out and apologized, the late Brian Chira.
Yeah.
And now Kenyans, even on TikTok, as she was going live, people are asking her to respond on this one. Did she forgive Brian Chira for the remarks that he made while he was alive? And she said, mwenyewe anajua, which is to mean Chira, as he rests, he knows exactly what Aziad's stand is. But there's been outpouring messages of condolence for the late Brian Chira.
Yeah.
Even support to the tune of 8 million shillings in terms of offsetting any kind of bills he had and support to the family. And it is really a sad affair, this one, because Brian Chira was a darling of many online.
Yeah.
And the burial is slated to be today. And we will be following that online as well, especially on TikTok and Facebook. And also important to note is that Chira's Facebook account has been deactivated as it stands, but may he rest in peace.
Right, may he rest in peace. Thank you so much, Ray, for just letting us know what's happening on the socials. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Right, I want us to take a short commercial break here on New